Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to talk about the gold versus silver ratio. Now some people use this when making their investment decisions, whether they should be buying silver or whether they should be buying gold. So in today's video I'm going to be breaking down how to work out the gold silver ratio and also where I think the gold silver ratio should be, and if I personally use the gold or silver ratio when deciding whether to buy gold or silver. Now let's start by what the gold versus silver ratio is. Now to simply put it, it's basically how many ounces of silver can be used to purchase 1 ounce of gold. So to work this out, all you need to do is literally divide the price of gold with the price of silver. So for example, the current spot price of gold is £1,578. So you would divide that by the current spot price of silver, which is £18.94. So essentially you would do £1,578 divided by 18.94. And that will give you 83. So that basically means 83 1 ounce silver coins equals the same price as a 1 ounce gold coin. Now that's the calculation many people use to get to the gold to silver ratio. However, here in the UK we pay 20% VAT on our silver, and as many of you know, even over in different countries where you don't pay VAT on silver, you can never get silver as close to spot like you can with gold. With gold, it's very easy to get maybe 1% or 2% over spot when you're picking up gold. However, with silver, that is simply not the case. Like I said, here in the UK, we have to pay an extra 20% on top of the premium. So it's very, very difficult to work out the gold silver ratio just by spot price. You could probably use spot price if you're buying paper gold or silver. And what I mean by paper gold or silver is if you're trading gold or silver on the stock market. But when you're looking at the gold silver ratio with physical metals, I personally prefer to use the actual price that I can pick up a 1 ounce silver coin for. So again, using today's prices, if you look on Shards, and Shards is one of my favorite places to pick up precious metals, it's one of the most competitively priced places here in the UK. Currently they have a 1 ounce gold Britannia coin for £1,635.09. And you can currently pick up a 1 ounce silver coin for £26.74. So if you was to use those calculations, it would bring it at 61 ounces of silver equals 1 ounce of gold. So it really depends on your personal preference what you would rather use. Like I said, for me, I would rather use the second calculation because that's the reality of how much I can pick up a silver coin versus a gold coin. You can't pick up silver coins as close to spot as you can with gold, and that's a fact. So that's how I like to work out my gold to silver ratio. Now, how to work out where the gold or silver ratio should be is a very difficult task to do because no one knows exactly where it should be sitting. However, the best way to do it, in my opinion, would be to average out the most recent few years. So go back over the last, say, 10 years, work out the gold silver ratio for those 10 years as an average, and then that's kind of a good way to look towards the future and work out what potentially the next 10 years could look like. So that is one way of trying to work out where the gold or silver ratio should be. Now, some people believe that the gold to silver ratio should be 16:1, and that is the ratio of gold to silver on Earth. So on Earth, for every 1 ounce of gold that is available to be mined or that has already been mined, there is 16 ounces of silver. So that is where some people believe the gold to silver ratio should be, because that is the true reflection of how much of each of these metals is available on Earth. So you can see that even with my calculation of 61, it is way, way over where it should potentially be. Now again, you need to take this all into consideration when you're making investments into gold and silver. And personally, I don't actually use the gold to silver ratio when I'm making my purchases. If I, in my opinion, think that gold is undervalued, I'll buy gold. And if I think silver is undervalued, I'll buy silver, because it's very hard to determine what is undervalued just by looking at the gold or silver ratio. Because even when you've got the figures, you need to decide whether gold is priced too high or whether silver is priced too low. So it's completely up to you to make your choice. You might have a high gold to silver ratio, but it's very hard to determine what is undervalued or what is overvalued, because the gold price might be overvalued. So that is why it takes a lot more silver to buy a 1 ounce gold coin, or the silver might be undervalued. So that is why it's costing so much more to buy the 1 ounce. So again, you need to make up your own decisions on that and decide which way you think it is. I personally believe that silver is currently undervalued, and that is why it takes so much to buy a 1 ounce gold coin. Now, don't get me wrong, gold has shot up over the last few months. Lots more people have rushed to the precious metals markets, and lots more people have been flooding money into gold to protect their wealth against the current inflation levels. So gold, it has been inflated quite heavily over the last few months, but I still do believe that silver is heavily undervalued. I personally think the gold to silver ratio should be a lot closer to around the 50 to 55, because if you look back many, many years, that is kind of near the average. So that's my personal opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Do you think that gold is currently overvalued, or do you think silver is undervalued? And where do you think that the gold to silver ratio should be? And also, do you use it when making your investment and purchasing decisions? I'll be interested to hear if you take it into consideration. Now, as always, I hope you found this video interesting. Thanks for all the support, and I hope you have a nice day.